Alright, welcome back. Thanks for waiting, and today we're gonna do two-part of a state machine. The first part is just gonna be the logic or the implementation, and the second part's actually gonna be the full-on structurization of the state machine. So, before we left off, I already did this on C#, so I'm just gonna copy paste what I did there. First things first, we are gonna mute the rest of this because we're not gonna use this. Let me just delete that and put this to the side. That should be perfect. Alright, so first things first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch these numbers because they're gonna get confusing. Now, we only have 5 animations right now, 4 animations, and we're gonna spread it in 5. If we had 25 to 30 animations, or for some reason you have like 100 animations, how are you even gonna understand it by reading the numbers? So what we're gonna use first of all is going to be an enum. So we're gonna do enum. I'm gonna call it anim state, and we're gonna give it the brackets, and then I'm just gonna call it by its name. And as enum procedures go, all capitals are the way to go. So we're gonna call this 0, so it automatically identifies itself as an int, and then we're gonna just do idle, walk, reverse walk, and run. We also are gonna do one more, and it's called count, the amount that we need. Now, why are we gonna use that? I'm just gonna show you guys right here. Before I do that, might as well do that first actually. Right here. So when we set the number of layers, we're just going to use anim state, and then we're going to do double colon and count, and that should give us the number that we need now, which is 5, because we have 5 animations, 0 to 4, which is 0 counts as one number, so 5. Alright, and now we're here. Let's just change this to anim state, double colon, and we're going to do this as procedural, and then let's do it for all of them. Alright, so once we set this up, we're going to write a small little code, and let's just copy this line right here. I'm just going to paste it here. Instead of V, we're going to do W. And then we're going to do an AND condition because I want to do a run. And the thing to do run is when you have both your front button and your shift button, or like the run button itself. So we're going to do shift key underscore shift. So as we're pressing those two, we're going to do this. And then else if we press just W alone, oh my, it doesn't even do the if part, so it connects each other. So if we press W and shift at the same time, we run, and if we just press W, we walk. And then if we do this, let's do this. So for this guy, we're going to do S. So if we press W and we press the shift key, which is our run button, it should run. And if we press W only, it should walk. And if we just press S, it should reverse. And if we were to not do anything, it should be idle. So what do we need to change this? We're gonna need a state. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna write an anim state, and we're just gonna call it, I'm not good at these names, main state equals to anim state idle. Alright, so now we initialize this as anim state.idle. We don't need this anymore, and let's just make, I think we do need that again. Let's go back here, and we're gonna make one little function in the private, and we're gonna call it change state function. And we're just gonna make this a void function, void change state. So now let's just write it up here. We're gonna do a void, oh yes, animation state, that's our class name, and change state, and we're gonna write our logic here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna write switch, and then just press tab, and then over here we're gonna write the animation state called, which was main state, I believe. Yep, it was called main state. Just press enter, and then so we're gonna do case anim state, and we're gonna do procedural, and then just do this, and then we're gonna do break question mark, and then over here we're gonna do the lerping. So we're gonna do this equation again, just copy and paste this equation, and we're gonna change a few things. So for now, let's make it 1 as its weight. For this, we're gonna make it as the procedural. Whoopsies. Control C, save it, and then we're gonna move it from procedural to probably idle. All right, so let's do one for 3 different, or all the states actually. And just, instead of doing that, let's just copy and paste this. So we're gonna have procedural, we're gonna have idle, we're gonna have walk, we're gonna have reverse walk, and we're gonna have run. So for all these states that we're gonna switch from, let's give it something. So for idle, we're gonna do from procedural to idle, which is perfect. And then from here to walk, just copy and paste this. It's a lot easier. So what it's saying is in the procedural layer, we're going to choose the original style, which is the procedural, i.e. the current, and then we're going to switch it to the run. So now we have the main state. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this function, copy it, and we're just going to write it right here. And now it's just going to be playing every time. So when we don't press anything, so right here, if we don't press anything, we're going to keep it default. So how do we change this? If we look back here, we're changing the main state itself. So we're going to do main state equals to anim state idle, and that should keep it always defaulted. So let's just copy paste it inside here, and we're going to change it. So if we press W, we're just going to make it to walk. If we press this, we're going to make it to run. And for this, we're going to do reverse walk. And that should be the basics of this state machine. Let's check it out. All right, we're in. Now, if we're not pressing anything, it's just idle. The moment we press W, he's in walk mode. The moment we press S, he's in reverse walk. If we press W and hold shift, he's in run mode. So now we actually have a movement or a change of state, but we have a few problems here. One, this is an update function, meaning it's gonna check every second, meaning it's switching every second. We don't need it to switch every second. That's a waste of time and space. What we need it to do is once we're in the state, it's gonna stay there without actually checking. The only time we check is when we change the state or when we press these buttons. And so far it's checking every second. It's wasting some precious resources. If we had 100 of these guys, it would be lagging our game and all that stuff. So this was the first part of our animation state making of a state pattern. Now this is just the first part. The second part is actually going to be fixing this or refactoring it to make it a bit better. We're gonna add a state machine. Until then, if you're the type of guy that enjoys this, then I guess you've already had what you need. But if you're not, then you need to just wait for the next episode, which is going to be probably next week if I'm not too busy. So anyways, that was the beginning of actually making a state machine. The next step would be to actually make it even more structurized. Alright, thank you for watching. Thanks for still being there with me. I'm still gonna make more videos, and I'm gonna be sending more tips and tricks on how to make this a really performant game. So till next time, see ya guys. Goodbye.